perhaps the biggest omission from Hogwarts Legacy was that of Quidditch. And despite the hope that it could be added through DLC later, that was squished when Warner Bros. Said, you know what, DLC's not coming. Hogwarts Legacy is not going to get Quidditch. But Quidditch fans, do not fret, because September 3rd, we are getting Harry Potter Quidditch Champions on Nintendo Switch. So what's up, Waluigi? Trent from Trentendo here. Today we are talking everything about Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, and what does this mean for Nintendo Switch fans while we wait for this next Nintendo Direct, and what does it mean in the grander scheme of things is the rest of the year, because we are just going to be playing some of this type of games, it seems like, until we get to Nintendo Switch 2. So before we hop into all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video if you enjoy this type of content, and let's just hop right in. Now, first up, this is a good thing that this is coming to Nintendo Switch, and it's it wasn't ever a sure thing, I don't think, because when they did their initial playtest, it was exclusive to Steam, and I think PlayStation and Xbox had some stuff as well, but Nintendo Switch was notably left off. So there was some trepidation, some fears that this game may not actually hit Nintendo Switch. But, just a couple of days ago, it was announced that this is indeed coming to PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and of course, the Nintendo Switch. So that is all good news. The playtest seems to have been going well, and this game is coming out this year, and we are getting a Switch release. So what can we see from the Switch version of this game, or from this game in general? Because I don't think this is going to be any different. The way that this game looks, I can't imagine it being, a lesser version on the Nintendo Switch. But, there was some thoughts too that this could potentially be a free-to-play game with microtransactions. That's not going to happen. We've got a $29.99 game, it looks like, and they have confirmed that there will be no microtransactions, which is a big, big get. In my opinion, the less games with microtransactions, the better. It's going to be a fun game, it looks like. There's a couple of different modes. You can play a career mode where you can kind of advance your character. I would imagine you kind of select your position if you want to be a seeker or a chaser or a beater or whatever the case may be. You can progress your character from, says, the Weasley's home in the Burrow all the way to the Quidditch World Cup. So that'll be an exciting little career path. Think of My Player on 2K or something like that, but Quidditch style. So we've also got some exhibition modes, it looks like, where you can play solo or up to 3 players. So that's going to be a little bit different than the playtest where you kind of just played as your individual character. This looks like you're going to be able to play a couple different position groups as well, which will be fun. And you don't need to have a group of people to play with. If you are worried about just having a single player experience, you're going to be able to get that still, which is nice. And then they do have an online mode, though, where you're going to continue to be able to play with people online. You can make your own Quidditch team and play with your team online or individually. So the good thing here, like I said, is that it is going to be free of microtransactions. There is going to be a solo component as well, so if you do want to be able to play alone, if you don't have a group of friends to play with, maybe you do have a group of friends to play with, whatever the case may be, there's going to be a mode and a way for you to enjoy this game. Now, as I said too, this is a big get for Nintendo in my opinion, because while we wait for this Nintendo Direct, we assume we're going to get some great stuff. We're assuming there's going to be games to play through the rest of this year, because Nintendo's not going to, they're not going to just starve us while we wait for Nintendo Switch 2. But getting a game like Quidditch Champions, something that's non-Nintendo, something that's exciting for a lot of people, this is going to be a big get. And I think this is not the first third-party game that's kind of coming to Nintendo, that in the last little bit. We're getting a Lego Horizons game from Sony. We're getting some of these games now that I think signal that these companies are willing to work with Nintendo. And I think it bodes well for Nintendo Switch 2, because with that extra power that we assume we're going to get, and I would imagine we do get from the system, we're going to have some good games coming to Nintendo Switch 2, I think, and there's going to be a lot less of this having to buy a PlayStation or an Xbox if you want to enjoy everything that's not on Nintendo Switch, because I think there's going to be more games coming to Nintendo Switch. And this, this game might not be the greatest example, because it doesn't look like it's going to be the most power intensive game. It's a good sign, though, that these types of games are coming to Nintendo Switch, and that these companies are willing to work with Nintendo. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below on this. What you guys think? Are you excited for Quidditch Champions? Were you going to pass? Are you going to get it? Or maybe you want to see more gameplay. Like I said, we haven't really gotten a lot yet. We just have a quick trailer, and the fact that the knowledge that this is coming to Nintendo Switch. So I'm excited to see more as they reveal closer to that September timeline. But for now, I am definitely excited that this is hitting Nintendo. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Looking forward to get those comments going with you down below. And until next time, catch you later.